Okay, we're live.
Alrighty. Well, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. This is our agenda for August 28, 2020. So I'm going to go ahead and call this meeting to order at 10:04 a.m. We're going to go ahead and move to the Pledge of Allegiance. We now give time before the meeting to recognize those who wish to recite the pledge, reminding those in attendance that they are not required to do so. For those who would like to go ahead and do the Pledge of Allegiance, we'll go ahead on the count of after three. So 1, 2, and 3. I pledge allegiance
to
to the flag of the United
States
States
of
of
America,
America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and go to roll call and establishment of quorum. So myself, I am present. Vice President of Menifee Valley Campus, Nicholas Singh. He will be present, but he will be tardy, so I do have him marked down. Vice President of San Jacinto Campus, Victoria Ann Caballero.
I'm here.
Perfect. Student Trustee, Ariana Rodriguez.
Here.
Perfect. Commissioner of College Activities, Janelle Beza.
Here.
Perfect. Commissioner of Financial Affairs, Tracy.
Here.
Perfect. Commissioner of IE, Stephanie.
Here.
Commissioner of Public Relations, Caston.
Here. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect. And then our Senator of Public Relations, Daly.
Here.
Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and move on to our SGA Advisors. Our Associate Dean of Student Services, Maya Cardina. She will not be present. She is on medical leave. So she is excused. Our Director of Talent Search, Kevin Baker, he is not present, but he is excused as well. I also have our SGA Advisors, Jose.
Present.
I also have Suzanne.
Present.
And then Maricela.
Here.
Perfect. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to the approval of minutes. I don't know if you guys were able to have a chance to look at the minutes. I did send them out with the agenda as well. It's for last week's meeting. Caston was the one who did our minutes, and I believe she did them pretty well. I really love the new format of how our agenda looks. So if anyone would like to open for a motion.
I, Ariana.
Perfect. And can I have a second?
Second. Can I second the minutes?
Caston, perfect. Alrighty, I have that marked down, and we're going to go ahead and move on. We're going to go ahead and go to board reports and information items. All reports are limited to be 1 minute each. Additional time can be allotted with a motion and a second from the Senate. So we're going to go ahead and start with our advisor reports. SGA Advisors, any reports?
Oh, go ahead, Maricela.
I was just going to highlight the events that we have coming up. Thank you, Jose. So we're moving into the new month, September. I cannot even believe how fast this year is going. So a few events that I wanted to highlight is the Club Rush Remix that's happening September 16th and 17th. There will be morning and evening sessions for those, and they will be hosted virtually via Zoom. And then we have our Eagle Talks. We're partnering up with the nonprofit Todec. We're going to go ahead and give a voting 101 session. That's also to be held virtually. And then just a reminder that the last day to register to vote is coming up. So please keep an eye on that. And that concludes my comments. Thank you.
Perfect, Maricela. Jose, Suzanne, go ahead.
I have a very quick report / just comment. I'm happy to be back, y'all. I missed y'all. This is, these SG meetings are always the really exciting part of the job. Just, that's definitely, I'm just happy to be back. It's great to see all of you. Yeah, it's been a crazy few weeks. We've had our first virtual Club Rush this week, which was pretty successful. We had about 30 students on one call at one point, which is really awesome. So just really excited for all the programming that, SGA planned, and is going to execute this semester. And then just a really quick note, we do have the virtual March on Washington happening now, I think, till noon. Hopefully, we end a little early so that we can jump on that. But, let's please try to jump on that virtual March and support our Black communities during this time. So I just do want to plug that in really quick. So I can share some of the information in the chat, or I don't know if Suzanne, you want to, I know there's a number to text as well. Let me actually.
Yeah, we'll find that info and type it in. Yeah.
And then we'll announce it as soon as Suzanne finds it for us. But thank you. That's all I have to report on.
Got it. Perfect. And Suzanne, any reports?
Yeah, just a brief report. We're looking for student reps for the Student Equity and Achievement Committee, the Participatory Governance Committee on campus. I would love to have at least a couple SGA members on there. There's 6 seats. And I've also reached out to Sga and Umoja to get students from there. But if any of you guys are interested in joining that committee, please let me know and I can forward your names over to Jill.
Do you know when do they meet?
They meet Wednesdays. This week we met at 3, but I want to say the meetings are usually at 3:30. And it's the 3rd Wednesday of the month.
Okay.
Or 4th Wednesday of the month.
Okay.
But I'll send out an email, but just so you guys know. I'll send out an email with the link to the most recent minutes and agenda so you can kind of get an idea of what it is. But yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And what's
Already.
shared on the screen, sorry, is the information that Jose mentioned. So this is the event that's happening today from 11 to 3 p.m. So feel free to snap a picture if you like.
Yes, and then to join the actual virtual march, it's text power to 40649. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you guys so much. And I'm going to go ahead and go to our, let me see, our executive members. Any reports on behalf? Yes, Ariana.
I have a couple of reports. The first one is from Umoja. Darnell Bing wanted me to share with you all that he has Chromebooks. So if you know that anyone or yourself need a Chromebook, please let me know because I can connect you with Darnell Bing and he will provide you with a Chromebook, and it has hotspot like internet and connected. So yeah, he's focusing on Umoja student, but he told me to share it with you all. So yeah. And also I have another one. So there's gonna be a brown bag event, the virtual like Q&A that the students can freely chat with Roger, with the president of the school and other staff to ask questions about all of these changes. A lot of students are still confused, are feeling overwhelmed, and it's barely the 2nd week. So the first brown bag is happening on September 16 at 11 a.m. They are still finalizing the flyers and all the information, but stay aware of your emails and the social medias for more information about that, okay? And lastly, there's gonna be a free drive-in movie for MSJC. It's only 110 capacity, but it's gonna be free. You can invite your friends. It's not limited to, to your friends and family. They're gonna show Guardian of the Galaxy, and that's gonna be Wednesday, September 2nd on the parking lot D, and opens at 7:30. I have the information, so again, if you want more or forward the email or the link to reserve your space, let me know. And that concludes my report, Ryan. Thank you.
Thank you, Ariana. Anyone else from our executive officer branch? No? Alrighty.
I have a report.
Tracy.
Sorry, Brian.
No, you're all good.
Yeah. So just report our SGA sticker revenue. So in April, we got $450. In May, we got only like $61. And in June, only $24. So our SGA sticker sale revenue this semester will just like goes down, obviously. And our current budget amount will be 19,618.78. And this is not the final amount for last year. And we will follow up with some pending items. So hopefully by next week, we can just figure out the final amount. And other things, I will report other things in our committee reports. Thank you, Brian.
Got it. Thank you so much, Tracy. I'm going to go ahead and move on to our legislative report. Any senators would like to report on this behalf? Daily? No? All good? Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and move on to committee reports, and you can go ahead and go, go Tracy.
Okay, I think it kind of like relates to our agenda items 3, it's like discussion approval SGA budget for 2020-2021. So I just emailed Martha, our accountant, and she will give me like our budget information for 2020 and 2021 by the end of next week. So hopefully in next meeting, we can just like really get info about our new budget. And that's my committee report.
Got it. Perfect. And then for committees, guys, I would highly recommend that you meet with one another. I know Jose and our advisors are, wanting to create our committees as well for, let's say, a committee of college activities, committee of financial affairs. It's just so that we can all get more, detailed in each department of SGA. So hopefully when we do get more members as well, we have committees and we will have committee meetings, and students are open to attend as well. So hopefully we can get those started with more members that join in as well. But for more details like that, I'll definitely email you guys ahead of time and let you guys know what a committee is and what's expected in the work with it as well. But for that's another topic, but I just want to let you guys know that we will be starting committees soon as well. And thank you so much, Tracy, for your report. I'll discuss that after in the line item as well. For virtual events, I know we had our Club Rush. That was a huge success. I know a lot of students really liked it. It's definitely something different than what we usually do, but I think it was a great opportunity for students to see what clubs are available on campus and see how they can get involved. So I thought it was a great opportunity. We also have upcoming events that we'll definitely talk about in line item 2 of our action items. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to our SGA feedback. So kudos, confessions, and concerns. This time it is reserved for discussions among SGA legislators related to feelings, thoughts, inter-group dynamics, and group norms. Items on the agenda may not be discussed during this time. So would anyone just like to see how are you guys feeling this week?
Yes, I want to share about a lot of students are feeling still overwhelmed about all these changes. I mentioned it in my report. So I highly will, if you can share it, they can still send questions to the Student Support Hub. They've been really responsive about anything and everything, but I will highly suggest as well to invite them to that brown bag. That will be the main opportunity for them to chat one-on-one with the staff, faculty, and ask all questions that they might need, because it can be confusing. So classes are changing. It's the second semester. I can speak for myself. I had a class that it was anytime. That means that I can do my homework at my own pace. And out of nowhere, I received that I have to meet certain time and dates, and that can frustrate some people that already schedule their agendas and whatnot. So, and they were like, why does this happen? And they might have an answer on why. So maybe many students, they can benefit from these brown bags, and it's gonna be held monthly. So just be aware that we know that students are struggling, but we need you to, share these resources for them, because there's changes and they're gonna keep on coming, like they're not done. So we just need to be patient and work along with them. So yeah.
Perfect. And I'm gonna go ahead and just like, I guess, cut off your conversation right there and just save it for our first discussion item, just because I have a lot to discuss as well with that section as well, and just see how overall we think. But for now, any other confessions, concerns, kudos? Yes, Catherine.
Hey, so I just wanted to acknowledge that I've been a little quiet regarding SGA. I've just been going through some stuff personally, and I just wanted to say, I hope next week is a better week for me. I'm going to try to be a little more active on social media and stuff, just letting you guys know.
Thank you, Catherine. And remember that you can always count on us You can always count on me as well. We're here for you. You know, we are a family, and if you ever need something, just let us know. You know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And any other kudos, confessions, and concerns before we move on?
I just kind of want to add to what Caston and you, Brian, said. Advisors are here as well. Like, we understand, and we're all going through crazy times right now, stress, family stuff, you're at home, right? Anxiety, a lot of things going on. We just ask that you communicate with us. Like, that's the biggest thing. If you're going through stuff, that's totally fine, because we're probably going through similar things too. But yeah, just let us know, and we're here to help you in any way that we can.
Yes, perfect. Well said. Thank you, Suzanne. I'm going to go ahead, and if there is nothing to talk about, I'm going to go ahead and move on to our public forum. So we're going to start with our public comment on non-agenda items. So all public comments are limited to 1 minute each. Additional time can be allotted with a motion and a second from the Senate. Advisors, do we have any public comments this week?
No, we don't have any public comment.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to go ahead and also skip the public comment on agenda items just because we don't have any public comments. And remember that if you would like to, submit a public comment, please do so at the SLDP email. Whether it's on agenda items or non-agenda items, you are free to, speak your opinion, and please do so. That way, if we're for some reason not aware of the issue, please bring it up to us, and hopefully, we can, solve or at least attempt to make things better. So please go ahead and do so. I'm going to go ahead and move on to our discussion and action items. So the following items may be discussed and voted on at this time. 8 minutes per topic with 1 minute per speaker. Members of the public may speak after the discussion by the voting body has closed and before a vote by the voting body is taken. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to our first discussion item, discussion on student dissatisfaction with virtual environment. So this is just, touching on what Ariana had mentioned earlier. I know that students are disillusioned. They are discouraged right now to continue their education. And, I wanted to bring this up to the table. When classes first transitioned from face-to-face to online in the beginning of the pandemic, I know it's very hard for many to get adjusted, whether it's the students or the faculty. I know MSGC introduced the Student Support Hub to bring most, if not all, departments online and assist the questions and the concerns that students may have. I know virtual bound bags, as Ariana mentioned, were also introduced as well, that allowed students to ask questions to members like Dr. Schultz and Dr. Colson. We then started this fall semester, and I saw a post from a current student that displayed his overall dissatisfaction with this class and the overall amount of support being provided. The student said that it was just insufficient, and he was disillusioned to continue on with his class. I quickly took a note that majority of students are having similar issues and are feeling the same way to continue their education. And I wanted to bring this discussion to you all and see what you all think. I know our student. I just wanted to make it clear that SGA and the MSGC faculty are aware of the issue, and they're definitely trying to create a better learning experience for all of us, whether it's the students or the staff. So I just want to know from your guys' perspective, what are some issues that you guys are facing, whether, it's a lack of support or the professors or the classes. What do you guys think? Yes, Gaston.
So I did, me and Brian were talking about, him and I were just having a talk, and I said, what can SGA do to, help our students, because we really care about you guys. And after some long thinking, I was like, why don't we possibly, well, backstory, there's a lot of Discord servers going around right now where you can have study groups, and you can talk to people while you're studying, and you can have some company. It's like you're in a virtual library almost. You can study and you can share your screen and collaborate with students, and maybe SGA can put something like that together for our students here at MSJC. Because, for me, the biggest struggle was having nobody to study with, no library environment. Because at least for me, I like to go places and I like to study. I like to have that companionship while I'm studying. And so maybe we can come up with some kind of in the middle for our students to, be like, hey, we care. Well, we can't offer, you know, we have tutors. We can also have some kind of library-like environment. So let me know what you guys think of that. I can definitely like show you guys more details or explain it further if anyone has questions.
No, that sounds like a great idea, Cassie, and I share with you. I also received a lot of messages within my classmate that it will be nice to have like, of course we cannot go to campus and go to the library, right? But maybe we can just do like study hangouts. But at the same time, you know, it's hard to plan those events that where can we meet up? You know, we cannot go to campus again. For they're doing the drive-in and it's just like, you know, how many people they had to convince to just let us go to the drive-in, you know, like it's a risk and it's a limited to 110 people. But at the same time, if you put it together 110 people, you need to be safe, wear your mask and all those other things. And but I understand the frustration and it has happened to me as well. You know, I'm in my house all the time, 24/7. I work here and I only go out to work at IHOP and then I come back and it's the same routine and it's boring. And, you know, how do I find the motivation to do my work, right? But like the advisors mentioned, Suzanne and Maricela, who said they're there for us. And maybe we can find an activity or an event that we can invite students to come and join us virtually. But again, I don't think it would be beneficial or a great idea to create something that we can meet up. I will love that, but at the same time, I'm not sure how would that work. Like, if it's gonna be a possibility, like, hey, we can meet up on the parking lot, but at the same time, it's risky. But it would be great. But yeah, does anybody else have like any issues?
I do want to say that like when I mean meet up, I mean like meet up digitally, like on a
Okay, I was like, girl.
not in person. I'm sorry, I didn't mean meet up in person. I mean like Discord is a digital server where you can share screens, you can voice chat, you can listen to music together. That's kind of what I mean. Nothing in person. I mean like digital. And the beauty of a Discord server is that you can meet anytime and have as many people. Obviously, it would need to be moderated, but you know, if someone's like on an 8 and someone and a group of people meet at like 8 a.m. and then they stay till 11, someone else can come and go whenever they want. Does that make a little more sense for everyone?
No, yeah. And also something that can work, sorry, Ryan, something that can work, there's workshops. There's workshop for time management. I know Honors is hosting a workshop for time management and doing little meetups. So take advantage of those resources. Yes, they're online, they're boring, they might take long, but there can be really beneficial or like how to manage my time. Again, I work full time. I have like 6 classes and I have a little sister to take care of. But at the same time, those little workshops can help us a lot. So take advantage of what's being offered on school. Don't just like disregard that information. We see it on the social media. They're trying their best, like providing us free stuff. You know, the mask. I went the other day and they provided me like 2 masks and a lot of goodies and a lot of great information. Take advantage of what school is trying to do right now. And maybe that will ease also your worries, you know, and the books are free and you don't have to rent them like on the library. You know how you needed to check them out and see the availability. You can just go and download the ebook, you know, so just take advantage of the resources that also might help easing up like the struggle. So that's my tip. Take advantage of the free resources that you have.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you guys. Personally for myself, I am a full-time worker. I do have 5 classes. I am struggling, with, helping out my sisters with their school. It's very stressful. It's a very different environment than what we're used to. I'm more of a face-to-face person. I love to see interaction with people. And I feel like, we're all going through this process right now where, we don't really necessarily know how to feel right now. And I totally understand where students are coming from. I know, we have a population of students that are parents that are dealing with the stress of their child's education, with trying to get them connected, with having the right resources for their students as well, and for their children. And, I just want to make sure that, people also take advantage of the amount of, workshops, the amount of resources that are available on campus that are virtually accessible. And, there are, like how we just had the mask drive-in, those were 2 boxes of masks for free. And, these are just different opportunities for students. I totally relate. I wanted to bring this discussion item to the table just to see what you guys overall think. Are you guys having similar problems? This is just like, a small issue that's going on. I want to hear your opinion. So if anyone else would like to speak, you can do so. I just want to know more information just to make sure that, we can, bring this up.
I totally agree with Ariana, Casting, and Brian. So I know like at this time, like many young people, they just feel like maybe isolated because regularly they can make new friends in new semester. But this time it's so hard to make new friends because we have like online classes and most of them are like anytime classes. And like professors, we know they're busy, and so you can just email them and talk about your like very private things. And I know like a bunch of like high school students, they're amazing. They just build a website. It's like peer support. So they have services like phone call support, message support, or like they can just send a letter or postcards. And they also put their profile layer on the website, like their name and what they interested. So for example, like she is interested in politics, philosophy, and fashion design, and he's interested in like maybe football. And so like their peers may like schedule a call, or like they can just send message, they can just become new friends virtually. So I think that may be a good idea. So that website is very good. If anyone wants to information about that website, I can just put a link in the chat. I think, yeah, that's a good idea.
Thank you so much, Tracy. I think that's a great idea. But for those that are watching, students, anyone, if you're currently experiencing any problems or a dissatisfaction, please contact me or anyone in in SGA. We're here to help you out. Just please, just try to just hang in there. It's a difficult time. I wish we could be face to face, but unfortunately we can't. And we're all just trying to get through this together. So I hope things get better. I know the school is aware of the issue. The staff is trying to do better things for our students. And please, like Ariana mentioned, correct me if I'm wrong, Ariana, but hopefully the virtual brown bag for this semester is going to be on September 16th at 11 a.m.
Yes, correct. And they're still working on the rest of the information and the link on how you can join. Please make sure to check your email, your student email, and check the socials, Facebook, Instagram, and even Twitter. They're gonna provide the links and how to join to the virtual brown bag. I know the MSGC has weekly, roundups on what's going on. So it usually, if on Outlook, unless it's a folder named Other, or even check your junk, okay? Because they will send it on that. They're not gonna send a specific email. It's gonna be on those whole like weekly summary of what's going on. So yeah, make sure to check your email, the socials, and yeah. Again, they have, I think it's COVID-19 at msgc.edu. You can also email them there. They're really responsive. I have students, I'm a FYE mentor, and I had students email them or asking just simple questions, technological issues, and they're really responsive within the hour. So they are aware, So take advantage again. So yeah, September 16 at 11 a.m. Yep.
Thank you, Ariana. And, I'm going to go ahead and move on. If anyone would like to say anything before I move on. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and just move on to our next line item, which is the discussion and approval on SGA event and Sltp event calendar. Advisors, would you just like to give just a little bit of more information on this line item?
Yeah, Brian, I can go ahead and chime in. So Student Life has collaborated with SGA, and we've created, several events for the semester. This is just an opportunity for our members to just officially approve those events, and then just, to continue on with the planning. Maricela, if you don't mind, can you share the calendar really quick, the student life calendar?
Yeah, let me go ahead and pull it up.
But yeah, so that's all this really is. So we can have a discussion on specific events now. That's completely fine, SGA, up to you. But we just do need to, approve these events, officially approve them in this meeting.
Got it.
And if you'll take a look at the calendar, am I sharing it?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
see it. Oh, I see it. Yeah.
So there's this section here with this SGA specific events. So, and then we combine the SLTP and SGA events all in one calendar. So if you have any questions, or just let us know.
And yeah, it looks
Perfect.
great. It looks great.
Mhm.
I have a suggestion. It might be for PR. So may I share it now, or do I have to wait till PR committee?
You
meeting?
could share it now.
Okay, so I have an idea of, how Instagram have the highlights. We can do. I saw the Cal State San Marcos have like weekly highlights or weekly event, like this is what's gonna happen this week, and they share it there. They share on the story, and people can go, or the students can go and click the highlight and see what's going to happen on that week, like specific. And you can put even monthly. You can put this flyer there, and plus what's going on the the weekly. So that's just an idea come to my brain now.
That idea. Yeah, me and Daly will definitely discuss it.
Yeah, I like that idea too. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Perfect. One thing that I did wanted to mention, I saw the flyer, and I don't know if it's just like the way the document was, was finalized, but on the SGA Legislative Meetings, I don't know if it's on the MSGC website, but it says 10 to 12, and it says on, but it doesn't say where it's on. Like, you know how we do our YouTube stream? It doesn't say like on YouTube. It just says like the time and then the letter on after, but it doesn't say like where. I don't know if it's the same on this flyer as well.
No, it's only on the website that it says it.
Yeah, I had seen it as well, and I was like, that's weird. I was like, I don't know if it's just like the amount of spacing and maybe just constant not to show up. But I was like, that's weird. I was like, it should say like, on YouTube. But that's all I wanted to bring up.
Yeah. We'll look into that. Yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
probably didn't catch it. So thank you, Brian.
I do have one concern.
Yes.
So I thought we were going to do a 9/11 memorial event. I thought we discussed that.
I think you're right. So yes, so SGA, let's talk about it. I mean, we can still make it happen. I don't remember if we were going to reach out to
I believe the Veterans Club,
right?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard. I'm sure they're active. I haven't heard if no one's submitted charter forms yet.
I sent the email to to someone on the Veteran Center, but I haven't heard back.
Okay.
I know someone mentioned a specific name, but if someone can put it on the chat box, I'll be more than happy to email them again. But I emailed someone. I need to find the email. It was a while back, but I haven't heard back. So if someone else know anybody else from the Veteran Center that I should email, then let me know. I can recontact them for that. Yeah, I did email them for sure.
And these events are just what we had dates and times for. You guys can come up with any more events that you want. We just didn't want to include too many events that were TBA on the calendar.
Yes, perfect. Yes, Catherine, I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, I just wanted to I didn't know if once we approve it, it's like we can't add or edit it. So I just wanted to comment that.
Yeah, you can make edits. Like this doesn't have to be set in stone. But for the purpose of just having something the first few months in the semester, we had to do a little bit of planning. So this can change. You guys can do whatever you want with your section, and we will certainly add something for 9/11 because that is thank you for bringing that up, Caston.
Yeah. And then this is a like a save the date type of, calendar, but for each individual calendar, we do encourage the group to make a flyer just for that calendar, right? And promote that and make that
Mhm.
easily
Yeah.
available to students.
Yeah, so in PR, you guys can create individual flyers or social media posts for each event.
Mhm.
All right, awesome.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Does
Mhm.
anyone have any questions or concerns in regards to this? Nope. Ready? So I'm going to go ahead and open the floor for a motion. Can I have a motion of approval of the SGA and SLDP calendar?
I approve, Ariana.
Motion by Ariana. Can I have a second?
I can second.
Alrighty, thank you, Daly. And I'm going to go ahead and all those in favor for the SLDP and SGA calendar, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Alrighty, all those who oppose and abstentions, we do have Nick. He is not present right now, so I will definitely mark him down. But the calendar is approved. Perfect. I will move on for our next line item discussion and approval on SGA budget for 2020-2021. I will table this line item for next week's meeting. Just like Tracy said, she will have a meeting in regards to having a final budget. And we will discuss this next week as well. So line item 3 for next week. We will move on for discussion.
Brian?
Yes.
So sorry. So let's motion to table
Got it. Perfect. Can I have a
or vote
a
to
motion?
table.
Yes. And anyone can go ahead.
Well, I can motion.
Okay, perfect. And then can I have a second?
Hi, Caston.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Alrighty, I will table this line item for next week's meeting now, for sure. I'm going to go ahead and go to our next action item, which is discussion on a possible equity pledge. So this is something that, I kind of wanted to work on as well with you guys. In my time here as a member of SGA, I have personally not seen any pledges for all students before from, SGA itself. As you all know, MSJC released a new equity pledge that acknowledges that there are systemic barriers that are preventing equal outcomes for students from backgrounds of race, gender identity and expression, sexuality, national origin, socioeconomic status, in response to making sure that all students have equal opportunities for academic success and celebrating diversity. I would love to create a pledge directly from, ourselves from SGA that supports equity, that instills hope, and that ensures that all students that they can dream and have the determination for academic success at MSJC. So that's something that I want to come up with you guys. It's just a discussion on what you guys possibly think about this. It's something that I really want to push for, but overall, I want to see what you guys think in this. And not everyone at once, guys. I'm
Sorry.
just kidding.
Sorry. I
I'm
was
just kidding.
muted. Okay, so I was gonna say, can you elaborate a little bit more of your goal? Because I know we have already an equity pledge going on.
Mhm.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
already signed and everything. So can you elaborate on what's your goal with this equity pledge, or what will be that about?
Yes. So we do have a new equity pledge from MSJC itself, but I would like one. Maybe it can be similar, maybe just or the same thing, but from SGA members itself, from our group, stating who we are, what we believe in, and why we are here for all students. It's something that I just want to push for, just because I haven't really seen it, myself as a member of SGA, but it's something that I would love to push for, and that this equity pledge comes from SGA. I hope that answers your question. Yeah.
Yes. That sounds really good.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be a great idea. What the rest think?
Yeah, what So it would just be SGA members signing this pledge?
Yes, so I would love for us to come up with a pledge, an equity pledge for our students. We can take inspiration from, the one MSGC just recently announced. We can look into other equity pledges as well. But I want to come up with one with you guys all that is our equity pledge from SGA itself.
Okay. I like the idea. I'm down. Count me in.
I like the idea. Could we make like a committee for this equity pledge to create?
I'm sorry, Cousin. Sorry, I didn't, it like cut off.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, I think it was just me, probably.
So I was thinking, could we make some sort of committee for this pledge to be created like by a group of SGA members, like a committee kind of thing? What do you
Well, we can also go through IE, since we do have a commissioner at IE.
Okay.
We can definitely start there. We can have a meeting just to discuss this, just to see what everyone thinks as well, just to go more in depth. But overall, I just want to see like a possible, what do you guys think on a possible creation of an equity pledge on behalf of SGA?
Yes, I think that will be really great. Just, as the student view, we have the faculty to, opening, sharing that, they're just open to everybody, but we also want to engage the students, like as students, to let them know that yes, we are gonna be there for them. We're gonna be equitable and, just support them overall. I do think this will be perfect for IE, a great project for them to start with, especially that now we have Stephanie as the commissioner. I think that will be a great project for her to start. So yeah, I'll be willing to help with that. So yeah.
Perfect. Does anyone else have to say? I know we have a little members that are a little, quiet today. Not, I don't want to put you guys on the spot, but I would really love your opinion. So if you guys have anything to say, don't feel pressured, but, I would really love just your opinion overall and, what you guys think. Okay, no worries. I will definitely keep this in mind. And hopefully I will, set up a meeting with Stephanie and we can, go ahead and discuss just overall what we can possibly do. So I'll definitely have this in mind. I'm going to go ahead and if no one wants to say anything, I'm just going to go ahead and just call for one more round before I move on. Okay, perfect. I'm going to go ahead and move on to line item 5. So interview, discussion, and appointment on curriculum appointed position. So we have a student here present, Mahak. She is trying to, she is applying for a curriculum appointed position. Mahak, you have, I believe 1 minute to just speak on behalf of why are you here and, overall, what are you trying to do?
Of course. Thank you, Brian. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So basically, I'm part of Educational Tech Committee as of last year. So the fall, I got appointed, and I really wanted to be a part of curriculum because ETC and curriculum, they work hand on hand on a lot of issues, because ETC is basically kind of like the distance education side of like a lot of the curriculum stuff, and I wanted to act like a messenger between the both of them. So if they need anything, I can help out in any way that I can, and alongside of bringing my critical thinking skills to like right on to the table, so I could just make key decisions as a student along with the other faculty that are part of curriculum, like I'm already doing with ETC. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you.
Perfect. Alrighty. Does anyone have any questions in regards from Mahak?
Yes, Mahak, I have a question. It's a fun one. It's a fun question. So what motivated you to want to be part of this position? Like, I know you said that you want to help and but what was your main motivation? Like, what's your goal on this position? Like, what do you want to gain from it?
what I want to gain from it is I want to be able to help the student body, but not just the faculty. So I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. I wanted to not just help the faculty, but the students as well. I wanted to be like an active voice for our students. Because I know for SGA, you guys are all active voices. And I feel like curriculum and all other student committee meetings, student committee appointed positions need the same exact thing. So that's my really big motivator. Also, along with learning.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And Mahak, how are you doing overall? I haven't really had a chance to just ask you, how are you doing with school? How's everything going so far?
No worries, Brian. Thank you. I'm actually doing pretty well. I really like this online environment because it's like, honestly, when I was on campus and everything, I was involved with a lot of stuff. I was also involved with like a lot of clubs and everything. And I mean, I had to take a short hiatus from SGA, but to go to NORCA for some reasons. But I'm back now, so I'm doing really well, and I really like the online environment, and I really like the real time and anytime classes. I have a couple of them, and yeah, I'm just like, I'm doing well. Now that I'm home, like, because I know everybody's dealing with a lot of anxiety and just a lot of other things. So I'm like, I'm managing, I'm managing. So that's really it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. It's good to hear that. And, I'm wishing that everything goes well in your classes. Does anyone have any questions for Mahak?
Yeah, Mahak, what's your major? I'm just curious what your major is.
I'm biochemistry, and yeah.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
I'm sorry, you kind of cut off there.
I said, oh, wow, that's really awesome.
Thank you. And I know you, Chasten. You're part of Phi Theta Kappa and honors, I'm assuming. So yeah, I'm part of NORCA Phi Theta Kappa as of last year in the so actually not last year, sorry, spring. So yeah.
Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, I'm not a part of honors, but I am part of the honors. Oh, yes, I am. I thought you meant the honors program. Sorry,
no worries. It's all good.
So I have a question, Mahak. When does these meetings take place? Do you know?
Yes, the meetings take place every 2 Mondays, and they start at 3:30.
And follow-up question: are they open to anybody?
No, because it's just faculty. They're not open to any students, and only student representatives.
Okay, thank you.
So appointed. I'm sorry about that, Ariana. Appointed student representatives.
No, it's fine. No, I'm asking because since we're live, people might be interested, and just to know. But that's
Totally.
good. Does anybody have any other question for Mahak before Brian continues for to appoint Mahak?
Yeah, any questions at all, guys? This is your time. No? Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead and open the floor for a motion so that we can have an appointment for Mahak. Can I have a motion, please?
I motion.
Alrighty, so I'll have a motion by Ariana and then a second.
Aye.
Okay, Kasten, thank you very much. Okay, all those in favor of appointing Mahak for the curriculum appointed position, please say aye.
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 Perfect. Any of those who oppose? Okay, and then for abstentions, I will mark down Nick since he is not present. Congratulations, Mahak. You will now serve on the curriculum committee. So congratulations.
Thank you all.
Congratulations.
Thank you all. Thanks,
Woohoo,
guys. Thank you all. And thank you,
Yeah,
Jose.
no problem. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and move on to our next agenda item, which is interview discussion and appointment on SGA available appointed positions. So I don't think Thomas is on the line right now. Do you guys have anything on your end? I don't think so, right?
I don't think they're on the call. So we'll have to just table to for next meeting.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and So I'll table this for the next meeting. Can I have a motion to table line item 6 for next week?
Motion.
Perfect. Thank you, Victoria. And then can I have a second, please?
Second.
And that was Casting, correct?
Yes.
No, that was Janelle, if I'm not wrong.
No, it was me.
No, it was,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I saw
Okay.
you on mute. And I was like, oh, okay.
Perfect. So I have a motion by Victoria and a second by Casting. We will table line item 6 for next week's meeting as well. And that ends our action items for this agenda. For call for agenda items, I will have once again line item 3 and line item 6 for next week's agenda. Does anyone have any call for agenda items?
Brian, before you continue, I think Mohawk has a comment of line item 5. Mohawk, do you have anything to say for mine?
I do, yes. So how does this actually work? Since I'm appointed, do I get, does the recorder know that I'm now a student representative?
So I'll contact the recorder for the committee and let them know that you were appointed.
Awesome, thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, no worries. And like I was saying, any call for agenda items for next week's agenda? Remember that you guys can always just let me know. The agenda is due on Tuesday, so please let me know anything beforehand. I would really appreciate it. That way I can make sure that it is on our agenda for next week.
Okay.
Yeah, if you guys can please get those items into Brian by Monday at noon so that he has time to create the agenda and get it to us by the end of the day on Monday. Because we have to get it posted by 10 a.m. on Tuesday. So we just want to make sure we give everyone enough time to get that in.
Yeah.
Can I call for the Instagram takeover?
Okay. And did you want to just like have the overall discussion, or?
Yeah, like maybe plan it a little bit since it's all of SGA doing it.
Okay. We can also just have this discussion first in the in your public relations committee with Daily, and you can just set up a meeting. From there, you know, once it's all approved, you can go ahead and bring that idea to our virtual events report, and then you can go ahead and report it there as well.
Okay, cool.
Perfect. And is there anything else before I adjourn the meeting?
No.
Alrighty, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I just said no. I just said not yet. I'll email if I came with something.
Perfect. Alrighty, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and call this adjourn the meeting at 10:56 a.m.
Just in time for the march, guys.
Yes. Please tune in. I will definitely tune in right now. And thank you guys for attending the meeting. If you guys, as I said, if you have any public comment, please submit it to sltp@msgc.edu. And if you guys have any call for agenda items, please just go ahead and email me and I will definitely do so as well. Alrighty. Are we good to go?